Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you're able to join in. If you are new, you are so much welcome. Yes, Akwaba. You've come and joined the right family. Please, today we are going to look at something indigenous. If you are a Ghanaian or from around this part, you know, on your anniversaries, on your birthdays, we do this special meal for you. Why wasn't? Yes, in nearby fire or top. Now you're in two different ways. You're going to look at how to make it for a child, how to make it for an adult, and yes, it's up to you how you'd want to eat it, when you'd want to eat it. Don't only eat it on special days, but then you can do it whenever you feel like eating it, because it's a quick fix as well, and it's healthy and full of mwah, mwah, mwah. Before we go and look into the video, please, if you've not subscribed, if you've not liked, if you've not shared, do so right now. Let's go and watch the video and see what's up with Etor. Okay, so for our Etor, as we like to call it, most people take it on occasions, so like your birthday, your anniversaries, and all those ones. Ceremonies, usually we do Etor from the family for the one. Yes, and Etor can be made from carbohydrates like yam, plantain, cocoyam, potatoes. Yes, but usually the main one is the yam. Then we use other substitutes as well. It's in the buyer or top, and you need yam, you need some palm oil, you need some salt, you need some onion. I like to have some green pepper sauce as well. I'm going to teach you in two ways. I have the margarine as well, and I have some groundnuts. So in this recipe, I'm going to teach you how to make Etor for adults and then for children. So if you have a baby in the house or you're weaning a child, you can try this as well. So you start off by peeling your yam. Yes, you want to take off the skin. It makes it easy. Or some can decide to wash and cut the skin, and then when it's cooked, you remove the skin. But I prefer to just remove the skin from the start to save me time and my hands once it's cooked. So once it's done, you want to cut your yam into nice pieces. You would want to wash it, and then it goes on fire. So I cut it into cubes, which can cook faster and which will be easier. So sometimes your yam may have some bad parts in there, let me say it like that. So those ones, you do well to cut them off as you peel in. So you may want to wash this like twice or more, depends. You just wash it properly. So once it's done washing properly, what you do is to arrange it nicely in your pan. The guys, me phones I was but you need to arrange it nicely. If you arrange it well, it's going to cook properly and quicker. So it's always good to take your time and arrange it. Whether it's your banchi or whatever you cook, please, whenever you're cooking, try and get even sizes and try arrange it nicely so it cooks properly and nice. Then you add in some water as well. If you've not cooked yam before, it depends on the type of yam, but yeah, basically you need some water to cover it up. And I added an egg. The eggs I'll be using for the Etor to it, so that it saves me cooking time. Yes. So once the yam is done, I take it off. I'm going to drain the water. Then I'm starting with the oil. Traditionally, sometimes they just use the oil directly into it, especially if it's zomi. But if you're not using zomi or your oil is not correct, it's always good to fry it up a bit. And to add a bit of spice to it, I like to add in some pepper sauce. That's why it's there. So I'm starting off with the children's Etor. So if you have a child at home, when they start eating, what you do is, you take some, then you mash. You can mash with your potato masher, your fork, your spoon, your hand. Then you add in some margarine or butter. You mix it nicely, you add it in, and that is how you do Etor for your children. So I do this at times at home for my little nephew. Yes, because he's a baby. Yeah. So this is how you do Etor for the little ones. Until our football will finish say Otona, you was more separate, so they can also enjoy theirs. If you give them the Palmoil one, not everyone would be able to eat it, and at that young stage, it's hard to introduce them to it. So I like to flake my yolk on top. Yes, sometimes it can be picky, you know, children. So sometimes when you mix it totally with the yam, they may not eat it. So you try the baby with mixing both. If they eat it, good. If they don't eat it, well, they eat it to the yam. Just give them the yam. Then for my adults, this is what I do. I mash my yam. Yes. So like I was saying, I like to spice my oil a bit, so I add in the pepper sauce just to give it some spiciness or some kick to my oil. I'm just going to use the top, so the base part I can add it attache when you eat. If you want sauce, that's up to you, but then I'm just going to use the oil on top, which is spiced because of the onion and the pepper sauce that is going in there. And voila, you just need to mix at this stage. It's as simple as ABC. Yes. And the history behind it, we'll look into it one of these days. Yes. So you want to do this so well and get it so smooth. So like I was saying, you can use a fork, you can use your hand. Just your hand and so I show pana. Charlie, I am very show. Yeah, it depends. But you can equally do that. And you can serve your Etor with your groundnuts, optional. They add some crunch and some taste. But most importantly, your toza or doesn't chief work on. Yes, this is your Bayer Etor recipe with your egg. Yes, you should try this at home. And don't eat it only on festive occasions. And please, this is a meal you can do and eat by yourself. It's not necessarily for God or those ones. Those are some stereotypes people have about the dish. But then it's a tasty meal. You can do it to your preference. Yes. But do well to try this. Yes. At home. I hope you did like this video. I hope you learned a lot. Personally, this is how I like to do my Etor. Yes. I like to give it a bit of flavoring. I don't like it to be too flat. Yes. When you don't eat it well, or when you're new to it and you don't enjoy it that much, you may never try it again. But this one, I tell you, is a deal breaker. You are going to make sure that you like and eat more once you try this Etor recipe. So give it a try. Here, let me see how it goes in the comment section. Do you leave your comments after you try it? Do you leave your comments, suggestions, critique? Do leave all of them in the comment section below. So I meet you in the next food episode. Do well to live life to the fullest. Do well to be healthy, stay fortified. Make sure you join us, make the next food moment count. Lots of love for my team and I. Mwah.